Welcome, folks. I'm Jabby Kuwait, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
What's up?
And we are looking at Honest Trailers, House of the Dragon from Screen Junkies. Thank you, Screen Junkies, for allowing us to react to this. Very, very much appreciate it. Y'all, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, please, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Just for full disclosure, I really liked House of the Dragon Season 1. I believe you did as well.
Yep.
I thought it was a very, very good season. Looking forward to Season 2 in 20 years when it comes out. And here we go, House of the Dragon, Honest Trailers. I always get concerned when something's really good, because then how do you make fun of that?
I think that there's a lot of things that you can make fun of, and it's still good.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
From the channel behind the prestige TV you stay up to watch as an adult, and the pre-internet porn you stayed up to watch as a kid, comes HBO's return to the Westeros in search of an heir to Game of Thrones. Because every other true-born son of their parent company is dead.
Oh.
House of the Dragon.
Yeah, I mean, it is actually remarkable how good House of the Dragon is, given that, so many things have, kind of perished.
That's true, but Game of Thrones was really strong, in terms of viewership and in writing and all of that. It's a strong IP, so I don't think that they would have been like, oh, we're gonna kill off House of the Dragon and keep Batgirl.
You saw what happened with the Metal Gear franchise, right? Anyway.
Remember Daenerys? Girls named Khaleesi sure do. Turns out she and her brother weren't the only nuts in the Targaryen family tree. As you revisit a civil war between rival factions of goth albino sociopaths that only goes down because so many Targs are named Aegon.
Aegon, the prince that was promised. You are the one.
Then choose a side to root for, even though the only thing these extremely out-of-touch rich people have in common with their extremely poor subjects is inbreeding.
Hey, Raymond, come out and look. This one's got a funny eye like you.
Meet
Wow.
a whole new tome's worth of characters trying to satisfy their raging throners. Like Prince Daemon, a fully armed and operational Joffrey.
If you're accusing me of some depravity, you'll need to be more specific.
Watch Matt Smith continue the hot streak he's been on since Morbin time as this homicidal narcissist with a limp noodle that the internet has a crush on anyway. Are you okay, internet? Viserys.
I mean, he managed to, pop out a couple of kids.
After that one episode where it was kind of implied that maybe he had an issue, it never really came back because, like you said, he seemed fine. It is funny what he's saying about how the internet has a crush on Daemon, and it's like, are you okay? Really? We're liking this homicidal maniac?
There was this guy who was arrested, and his mugshot went out on the internet, and girls were swooning over this guy.
Oh, yes, I remember.
And I was like, that's a criminal. That's a bona fide criminal.
But he's hot, though.
Stupid. Whatever. Y'all do some crazy-ass things.
The internet has a crush on anyway. Are you okay, internet? Viserys, a stellar performance by Paddy Considine as a king succumbing to parts falling off disease.
My own face is no longer a handsome one.
Who just wants to hang out in his room and play with his artisanal minifigs all day. He'll declare his daughter Rhaenyra as heir, a girl who looks like she just found out she isn't getting a pony, who gets hardened, sharpened, and aged about 20 years when her bestie becomes her stepmom. Rhaenyra must fight for women's rights over the women's wrongs of Alicent Hightower. She's sad.
He is your son, Viserys. Your blood. His last words to me, and I was the only one to hear it.
Wow, she has said a lot, huh?
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Then they're supporting players like Otto Hightower, the Hand of the King, and the King of the passive-aggressive remark.
Perhaps there's some better use for the princess's talents, Your Grace.
Kristen Cole, a hardened combat veteran, yet still the most fragile white knight in the land.
Spoiled.
The Valerians, an ancient family who bring much-needed diversity to people in ridiculous white wigs. And ever lurking, is Larys Strong, who's like Littlefinger if he were more into little piggies instead. Wee, 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 wee! If you thought MTV's lineup was full of hard-to-watch pregnancies, strap in for a show comfortable with dead moms and stillbirths, then a red state legislature, where the showrunner had to explicitly promise to tone it down this time. And though their female characters...
Wait, what?
House of the Dragon will not depict explicit sexual violence. Technically, no sexual violence, really, but a lot of giving birth violence.
Gotta get it somewhere, somehow, some way, some shape, some form.
And though their female characters go through hell, at least they all have easy access to Plan T.
It will rid you of any unwanted
Okay,
conscience.
for the international viewers, I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know if that's a thing internationally. Here in the States, we have something called Plan B, which is the day after pill.
The morning after
The
pill, yeah.
The morning after pill, I should say. If your condom broke or something like that, then you take the day after pill. The morning after pill, sorry. The morning after pill. Or Plan T.
Yes.
Princess.
It's best to be certain.
So return to Westeros hundreds of years before winter came all over it. But don't worry, the Baratheons are still dumb.
Where's the bloody maester?
The Starks are still loyal.
There has never lived a Stark who forgot an oath.
Lannister's smug. Targaryen's cuckoo. The episode's directed by Miguel Sapochnik, impossible to see. And now, more than ever, the dragon's enormous ex machinas that keep surprising people despite being as big and loud as a 747. There we go. That's the writing quality we got used to. Starting to feel like old times again.
Dany kind of forgot about the Iron Fleet.
Starring the Leprechaun, Matt Damon.
Ah!
You're an uncle lover. Yes, it's true. Nobody loves uncles quite like you. It's not easy being green. The Queen.
Wait, what's that a reference to? Oh, is it Hermit? Kermit the Frog?
Yeah.
Nice imitation.
The Queen who never gassed. The dread pirate Corlys. King
Give me a moment.
King Louis of CK.
That's terrible.
You'll pay for this, Potter. Hollywood's worst Chris. Prince Eric. That's what I do. I lurk and I tow things. The Lion creeps tonight. Lucerys looking like a snack.
Oh!
Meeting balls. I wonder what those are for. Oh, a human spoiler alert.
Beware the beast beneath the
Immortan Joe's Crab Shack. And calling someone a without really saying it.
Sooner or later you may get one who looks like you.
He doesn't know, does he? All strong.
Does your brother mention if this one also bears a marked but entirely coincidental resemblance to the commander of the City Watch?
He is Laenor's son. What grounds could there be
What
for...
indeed, Lord Beesbury?
What?
Indeed.
Come on, you know you want to say it.
Our children.
Ooh, he said it. You were in so much trouble.
Why is
Regally
Bastards not allowed
blonde.
regally blonde? Why is Bastards not okay to say?
It's not okay to say. Do you know what a bastard is?
Yeah, but why is that not okay to say on YouTube? You can say the F word.
Oh, I thought you meant in the show. I was like, hold on. Yeah, they can't say that. It's
They showed some of the violence in the show, but you can't say bastard. That's just interesting to me.
Aegon foresaw the end of the world of men. 'Tis to begin with a terrible winter. And if the world of men is to survive, a Targaryen must be seated on the Iron Throne.
Actually, all you really need is a Stark with two working hands.
I enjoyed that.
That's fine. I mean, I told you that there's a lot of things that you can break apart with this show. While it's still a good show, I mean, it's weird. There's like the incest, characters just being weird. It's all doable. It's like, it's not that just because it's a good show, it's perfect and immune to ridicule.
I didn't say it was perfect. I just think that it's harder to make fun of shows that are very, very strong. And I think this is a very strong show.
Strong, is it?
Yes. Strong. Like the Bastard Children. I did not realize how often Alicent is sad in this show. That didn't even dawn on me. But like, obviously when you put it in montage, and you see the collection of moments, you're like, wow, she is playing that note a lot, her character. It makes me wonder when I see stuff like that, I'm like, did the characters ever get irritated? Because Matt, what's his name, was...
Matt Smith?
Yeah, he was very vocally annoyed at how many, SEX scenes were in the show. He's like, do we really need another SEX scene? I don't know what YouTube's gonna get mad about. They're bleeping bastards. So, was there a whole movement against Game of Thrones because of, the explicit sexual violence depicted in? Was there like a whole thing against it in Game of Thrones?
If there was, I wasn't aware of it, but that wouldn't surprise me, especially in today's climate, as something that people would be very up in arms about. Like, I know a lot of people. And I mean, I don't blame people for feeling sensitive about, certain things, like watching content where there's a lot of violence towards women, especially if that's happened to you in your life. It can be incredibly triggering.
I know, but
right?
you're first off, think about the content you're watching. They usually put a warning at the beginning of the show. If you have elected to watch it at that point,
yeah, just stick to rom-coms, but rom-coms are dying. So
I'm
what
just
else can you
saying,
watch?
like, if you're choosing to watch something, why are you allowing yourself to get so worked up? It's like you chose to watch that show. You don't have to watch it.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes they give trigger warnings and then you watch the thing and you're like, it wasn't that bad, really. So you don't know for sure until you watch it, and then you're like, oh no, this was too much, too heavy.
Okay, but you
Make
still
it
got
stop.
okay, anyway, I'm not gonna go into this anymore. I'm just saying there's a warning. I enjoyed this. Hopefully you guys did too. And I'm gonna go back to, taking some pain medication. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. I'm Jabby Koi. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.